Hi, my name is Miles Nisa. We just got through with the NPC, first time ever, Megatron, right down here in Tucson, Arizona. And we're standing with the winner of the physique. No kidding! The overall bodybuilding winner. Congratulations. Your name, sir?
Daniel Carter.
Daniel Carter, I think this is a returning theme. Have we not done this before this year?
I'm trying to make it every time. So far, the past 3 shows I've taken overall.
Oh my gosh.
Dating back to 2015 Desert Storm.
That is absolutely amazing. This guy is bringing home the hardware. Now, you've won 2 overalls for 2016. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm going to be competing next week at the Flishmarrow Western Regionals to try to complete the first ever Triple Crown.
That's right. We got a brand new thing in Arizona. If you've won your class in any 3 NPC Miles production shows, which we have 8 a year now, you get what's called the Triple Crown. And you're going to go for that next week. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. That's the plan.
Nice. We're going to bring up the people that won the Triple Crown. We're going to bring you on stage. I think we're going to do like a spotlight type thing. Bring you on stage. We're going to announce that you won the Triple Crown. And it's a nice, great big sword, Excalibur sword. And then what we're going to do after that, when you receive it, we're going to get your name on the name plaque with the 3 shows that you won. And we're going to customize that nameplate. So it's going to be kind of cool. Yeah. What did you do? Did you do anything different to get ready for this show than you've done in the past?
Yeah, so earlier in April, when I competed at the Thunderdome, I looked at my pictures and my wife had the same conclusion that we wanted to bring up my legs. And I knew I was going to do these shows in November, so that gave me till end of April till about August for an off season. What I did differently was I had my wife take me through my leg workouts. Every Sunday she'd go in there with me, make sure I took my effort level to a whole nother level. I feel like I was able to bring up my legs a good amount. I was about 7 pounds heavier during this show than in April. Yeah. Conditioning might have been a little better, not where I want it yet, but still got to figure some things out there. But overall, I think I'm trending in the right direction.
Totally agree with your assessment. And when I saw you today, the first thing I said to myself, wow, did your legs come up? They definitely came up. And I would agree. I'd like to see a little more conditioning. You did what you need to for this show. Boy, was it the middleweight guy? I thought he was a little bit harder than you, but gosh, you were just so much bigger. That was a tough call for the judges, but you did what you need to do to win the overall.
Yeah, and I still got to try to figure out kind of how to deplete and then re-carb up and really bring in that nice hard look. Haven't done it yet. Whether I'm going to be able to do it by next week, I'm not sure, but then I'm going to have another off season and then shoot for the July shows and nationals. So then I'm really going to have to bring it.
Nice. And think about the July show, which is the Arizona Open, by the way. And we have the Terminator the week before, sure, down here in Tucson. And I purposely, 23 years ago, put the Arizona the week before the USA. So they're on this side of the country. It's nice to jump in that, qualify, boom, or use as a warm-up to go right into the USA. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely use it as a warm-up. I never come in perfect the first show, so with the biggest stages nationals, having 2 warm-up shows probably be best for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And we talk about that all the time. And there's a rumor out there you can't peak for both shows, and I think we shattered that rumor because not only can you peak for 2 shows back to back, but you always, 99% of the time, look better the second show. Is that not true?
Yeah, and so hopefully I should be looking better next week. I did feel a little flat out there today, and my conditioning wasn't quite there, so we'll see what kind of adjustments I can make for next week and hopefully look a lot different.
However, I remember the interview from last time. We did talk about this. You are getting your conditioning down better than you did in the past. That's for sure. It is definitely getting there. Yeah. So you're on the right track for sure.
Yeah, definitely on the right track. I think one of the main things, my holdup is I'm just not at that size I want yet. So I think for me to come in super conditioned, I think I wouldn't have the same look in terms of size. I just don't think that would look quite right for my frame. So hopefully in this next offseason I can put even more weight on and then have the size and the shredded conditioning that I need for nationals.
I'm going to share you a little secret. First of all, welcome to the world of bodybuilding. Everybody talks about that. It's finding out the happy medium between gaining that size and the condition without losing the size. It is just something you're going to have to adjust and see what's best for your body. And everybody is a little bit different. I do think you're in that national caliber now. I was going to say something else. Not only did your legs come up this show, your chest came up the show. It's like 2 great big bowling balls, one there and one there. It's just so symmetrical around. I love your chest too. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, in April, usually my chest is my best feature, but April it wasn't quite there, and back then I was still focusing on my back and stuff too. So what I did this offseason, I started hitting chest twice a week again. So
twice a week. Yeah. That's unusual. Nice.
Yeah, I started putting it back in there twice a week, and then it brought the size back up. So, it wasn't, since it was one of my strengths, I kind of, not necessarily neglected it, but it was kind of on the back burner compared to my other muscles. Right. So then it started to slack, so then I started putting emphasis back on it again. So
now it's kind of funny. I remember when I started bodybuilding in the 80s, everybody did each body part twice a week. And then when the 90s roll around, the big thing was to push back. Less is actually more. So the fact that you're doing your chest twice a week is unusual, is it not?
Yeah, my muscles need a lot of stimulation to grow, that I've found out. So, twice a week for my chest just seems to work.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid in the 80s, I would work out twice a week and nothing was really happening. And when I backed it off each body part once a week, I'm like, oh my gosh, I started to grow. So everybody is a little bit different, for sure. And each body part's a little bit different. That's true. Because chest you do twice a week. Do you do any other body parts twice a week?
I do try to get my back in twice a week, arms twice a week. I don't even do shoulders by themselves. I just tack them on to the end of my second back workout.
Must be rough.
So, but legs, I was trying to do twice a week, but once I started, my wife pushed me extra hard that one day. I mean, that's all they could take. So
now you mentioned your wife pushing hard. Is she actually your training partner?
Well, only for legs, because I mean, she has a full caseload. She's a psychologist, so I mean, she had more time. If she had more time, she would take me through all my workouts. But so since we want to bring up my legs. Sunday she was available, so she offered to come in and make sure I got the most out of my workout, and it's worked out really great so far. Now,
your wife being a psychologist, have you ever won an argument yet?
You don't even start to argue.
That's the smartest. You know what? I'm going to take a page from your book, because with Kimmy not being a psychologist, I can't win an argument, and I can't imagine my wife being one. I would get nailed by the superior education there. Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to take a page from your book. Don't even argue anyway. All right, babe, we're starting a whole new chapter in our lives. I'm not arguing at all with you anymore. And you know what she's going to say? It's about time, you big dum-dum. I told you for years not to argue with me. Well, thank you, brother. You look fantastic.
Give you a couple of thank yous first.
Absolutely.
Just thank my wife for all the help she's done, and my parents. Without all of them, this wouldn't be possible. My parents, they pay for my entry fee, my tanning, my pre-workout supplements, protein, all that stuff. So my parents pretty much are my sponsors. So yeah, without them, it wouldn't be possible. And also, Miles, you and your NPC team. NPC Models Production, another fantastic show. You guys really do care about the athletes. It's always a great show. Athletes always know that they're going to be able to come in, have a good time, be treated nicely, have everything they need to get ready to get on stage, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. Good luck next week trying to obtain your Triple Crown.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Folks, you just met the overall winner of the first time ever NPC Megatron. Thanks for tuning in, and may God bless you.